got away the first time, we won him. They gave him 15 years to life. Now they give that to mother stabber, father rapist, all these terrible, terrible people.
Sure.
Now, the heart, to focus on the heart, now it took me a lifetime to be able to share this with you.
Sure.
Total enlightenment is being in your heart all the time.
Well, at that moment, you didn't participate in that something.
It wasn't that I was an angel. I grew up
Right.
in a very tough area, the east side of New York. But, Professor, I'd go to the line, but I wouldn't cross over.
Right.
In other words, I did.
See, I want my students to be able to do that. We don't talk about these things usually in schools. That's why this sort of thing, there was a line there and you didn't go over it.
No, I was no angel. I did every drug on the planet. I
Okay.
never put a needle in my arm.
But you didn't go and foist this on kids. Which, I mean, if someone who takes coke to become a dealer, that's crossed the line. It's not
Also
your
for
body
me,
going
crossing the
beyond
line.
your body.
Right. Also for me, crossing the line, I never got hooked on anything. If I
Yeah.
partied
Wow.
all weekend, somehow I slept.
Boy, you were lucky. Yeah.
Well, that's why I know I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for God. Okay?
Right.
You know? So total enlightenment is being in your heart and letting go. It's the ego that says, oh, look at my big house. Look what I did. Look at my 9 children. Look at my 17 cars. Look what I did. Okay, it's a choice. They'll keep coming back until they get it. So now, when one meditates, meditation is focusing on your heart.
That's a good definition of it. I like that definition.
Well, it's not just a definition. I mean, this comes from the master.
Sure.
Okay?
But, you know, a lot of people say, oh, that's Eastern stuff. We Westerners can't do that.
That's ego.
Yeah.
We're better than
We're
you
separation.
are. Oh, you're green? I'm blue.
Right.
Oh, you have a Chevy? No, I have a Mercedes.
Right.
Who gives a shit?
We all can meditate.
In the end, okay? So now when one meditates, you get miracles. What's a miracle? A miracle is whatever you need, the minute you need it. And I talk to friends that are involved with the meditation, and it's so magnificent that we get the miracle, but it's the timing that's incredible.
What procedure did you learn for meditation? Because I think that's really helpful to a teenager, maybe hearing this for the first time.
I'll let you write it out.
Okay.
Because, you know, what you're doing is big. What you're doing is...
Oh, this is more important than learning how to do a math problem. Come on. I'm a math teacher,
this is very
but
good. All my
that's
friends
just
were
to get in
teachers.
front of the students and say, you know, there's something important. Let's just take 5 minutes and learn
Yeah, like
some
with
procedures.
Serve to love.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Okay.
When
Number one.
When one meditates,
Right.
when one meditates, one gets miracles.
Yes.
Okay? When one is focused on the heart. Now, Alan goes in 15 years to life. Okay? And he has some kind of epiphany running around the track, and somehow this black guy, he saw it. That in itself to me was a miracle. And he throws him a book. And he says, here, I saw what happened to you. Read this. And it was Swami Muktananda.
Oh, I heard about him.
Right. And what that means is he's a great teacher. I'll give you books to read. I'll give you books if you want, Professor. I'll give you books. Oh, you were just going to walk by, not even say good morning. Night, my sunshines. And the book is Where Are You Going? And it's basically all about meditation and where are you going and what's really real and what do you really need in life and what are you really about, not what you think you're about, not what the pimp is about, not what the drug deal is about, not the guy with the blown out, you know, Mercedes, whatever. Who are you really? Because there's who you think is really, what your mom thinks, your dad thinks, what everybody thinks, but then there's the one truth, which dwells in your heart. Right. And the joke is, we're looking, oh, give me more drugs, give me more money, give me. And you or we already have it. Alan got into meditation. Alan was doing macrobiotics, and
Oh, yeah.
people were sending him stuff. Guys were coming to him in jail saying, Alan, you know, my knee hurts.
Sure.
Stay away from potatoes. Stay away from this. Don't eat this. Don't eat that. You know, Alan's kind of a genius. Okay?
Networker, certainly. Right?
He won miracles. Gets into, also somebody came in from an organization, a meditation, that's part of their curriculum. Part of their curriculum is they go in and they help and get people to meditate. Okay. So again, when one meditates, you get miracles. You get what you ask for. You get what you need, because you're programming the universe to bring you. They're doing it anyway. Alan gets out 15 years to life. Alan gets out in 6 years on
Good behavior.
on a governor's pardon.
Okay.
You want miracles?
No, that is a miracle.
And what do you think Alan does today? Okay, he wrote the book.
Right.
He helps people.
Right.
And he goes all over the country on his own money and partially with the organization and teaches prisoners how to meditate.
That's
Now you meditate, we meditate, all of us. The state right before sleep is meditation.
that's a good point. Yeah.
Well, it's a truism.
Right.
It's a truism.
As you're falling off.
And what do you think all these drug addicts, what do you think? They don't realize that what they're doing is when they're that high, they're with God. Here, Professor.
Right.
They're
And
with God. They're at
bringing
peace.
it in. Yeah.
They're with God. Okay?
That's why they keep going for that
They
state, I
keep
guess.
going for that because they're not educated enough to know, because we're the West, they're the East, so we're cooler than them, you know. I take knowledge wherever I can get it.
Right.
I take a piece of, you know.
Well, you're very comfortable with that word meditation, and I'm wondering to introduce it to my students. Is it kind of like a thought for the day, or it's?
Get your pencil and paper. Or put it on your computer, whatever.
Yeah. Good.
Okay. And I'm going to give you the process.
Good.
Which came directly from the guru.
Good.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.